Rocking and rolling.
Are we good again?
We're good. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you. Everything sounds all right.
All right, we are live. So does
Sweet,
that
sweet.
mean this one is live, or did you have to set up another one?
I don't even know.
Okay,
I
because
think
we're
I
not.
closed the other one and
Okay, no, you
probably
haven't
set up this
closed the
one.
other one. You haven't closed the other one. This one's working, but the one that you set up with
Yeah.
Jimmy's face on it, that one's
Well,
saying,
I set up the
um,
same screenshot for this one too, so
ah.
I'm
So the
not
one that
gonna
you,
dare go back. Yin yet waved. I
yeah,
think we got somebody in chat, so we at least got one person
yeah,
here. We know it's
good,
working.
good. Yep. How's the sound in yet?
Hopefully good. I was gonna show some old school firecracker bricks, mix it up a little bit from what we were doing before.
Yep. So we've got two streams going. So when you look on your thing, you'll see one that says uh one waiting, notify me, and the other one says not to get is live, one waiting, but it says the live button. But the screen is black at the bottom and got half your screenshot up the top. So you might need to kill the other one.
Let me see what I can do.
Because when you go into your channel, you'll see the two streams, one up and coming and one's live now.
I fear if I go backwards or try to do anything, I'll end this stream. It keeps telling me YouTube isn't responding and popping up, and I keep closing it. So
Yeah, we'll just leave it. It can just stay
actually,
like that.
it hasn't popped up. Oh wait, no, it keeps popping up. I wonder if I can go back. Hold on. Let me try this. End stream, no. And if I say close app,
Then it's an end stream. No, just leave it. Yeah, there was a little one as we had trouble getting on in yet. YouTube's mucking up
it
as
was
usual.
it was giving me all kinds of craziness.
Yeah, and it gave us an echo. Whoa, that's a big cow, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wow,
the
that
stuff
looks
you
like a
can't get
block of
down under, you
C4,
know.
mate. No, we can't get this stuff. We don't get this stuff because it's illegal for fireworks individuals to have fireworks here. Doesn't
And this
stop
is just
people letting
simple
them off on the oval.
firecrackers. I mean, that's
Yep,
sad that you can't even have
I
simple
know.
firecrackers. That upsets me.
No, too many kids were getting their hands blown off and stuff. Too many people had their eyes out in the 70s and 80s, so they decided to, all right, we better protect the population from themselves and only have organised events.
They
Yep,
took all the fun
Yin Yet says it's good now. Don't touch anything.
away. Well, I just touched this and brought this out. The Texas
Nice.
Giant. Look at
Oh my
that thing
god.
in comparison to
Does
the
that
side of the other one.
so do they go off as a big brick like that or does that pull
No,
apart for
they're
individual ones like
individual packs. This is a pack
oh,
of
that's a massive packet of
yeah,
firecrackers.
and they no longer make these. These are DOT Class C, and there is 40 packs
Wow.
of 50 crackers in there. And each cracker is an inch and a half. But that graphics stuff like that is pretty cool. So yeah, just that
Yeah,
right there, the DOT factor, not made
yeah.
anymore. And
Yin
these
Yet
are
brought up a good
DOT as
point.
well.
He said, Yin Yet said, can we have sparklers? Yeah, that's it. That's all we get is sparklers. That's all we can
Yeah,
have.
that's where I live. I'm kind of pretty much restricted to that, but I
It
have
doesn't
other
look like
areas
you're
where I go to
restricted
let off
to it.
stuff, and right now I happen to be in one of those areas where I can, yeah,
Get away with it.
so- yeah. Well, I just got to cross the state line. It's as simple as that, which is
Ah,
silly,
okay.
and I'm very close to that state line. So
Yep. Eva, welcome in, mate.
anytime I do fireworks, if there's fireworks out here, I'm yeah, in my
You're behind
area
it.
having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see what else
Cool.
I can dig out. I know I got some other goodies around there.
Soul
Bam
Cold
bam.
Fisher. Welcome, mate. Yes, it's fireworks and lock sport. It's not a likely combination, but I'll tell you what, we make it work.
It's what you get when you come over here on Not Too Dead's channel. And PW is here with me and co-hosting. She's a great guest, good friend of mine, and yeah, it's an honor to have
You,
her here with me, and I appreciate her joining me. What is
it's a pleasure to be on your channel, mate.
this stupid like phone thing message keeps popping up? It's driving me nuts. All right, we gotta pull out another brick, something different.
There's more bricks. So what?
PW.
Not too dead.
PW.
Still
There's a
kicking's
whole
gonna do.
collection of bricks. This was the first one I ever got. And the
Wow.
artwork and the wrapper almost sucked me in
Yeah.
before.
There's more to it.
Yeah, I could care less what was really inside. I do want to open it, don't get me wrong. But that's a pretty cool vintage pack right there. Something
That's
a
what's
lot
up.
of
See,
people don't own.
I'm doing a 24-hour live stream for New Year's Eve for Lock
Oh,
Sport
I can't wait
community,
for
Lock
that.
Sport hangout, and Still Kicking's gonna come on and I'll let off fireworks for us
Oh
live.
yeah. A lot of collectors are going to cringe and lose their minds when I eventually rip these bricks open and pull the packs out of them and stuff like that. Like, this is the whole reason I built this collection. My buddy's been encouraging me to create a YouTube channel for years, this and that. And then I got into other stuff, but can you imagine the people that are gonna absolutely lose their mind when I rip into this? And you know how I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna do it handcuffed PW, and you know what I mean? Like, rip into it with a lock clasp or something like that, like just savage style, and they're gonna be cringing as packs are just falling out all over the floor. I'm gonna be like, yep, YOLO, you only live once, man. You gotta enjoy
Yeah,
it while you have it.
exactly.
Don't buy the
You
stuff to
might
just
as
sit
well.
there and look at it forever. I mean, just you gotta enjoy it
Yeah,
sometime.
yeah. Like you don't want to be letting it off. You know, when you're in your 90s with
Yep.
no hearing. You know, you're not going to hear it go kapow. You're just gonna. Your vision's gone because your cataracts have kicked in. You can't see it. Yeah, you don't wait till that time, or and your body's gone. You can't actually bend down to light the thing. So you wanna do it all before that kicks in because that's what we're looking forward to, right?
Yep. Oh, and
So pop them
Cucumber just
puppies,
made a good point. He just said, "Rip it," and this is my
rip
Rip
it
It
good.
collection right here. And this is
Ooh,
what I call the Ripper strips. And they're big ass crackers. They're long strips of crackers. They have satisfying noise. This is a 5 foot strip, and I call these the Ripper
whoa,
strips. And then this is right here is the Emperor Dragon.
the
And I mean, these
dragons,
are huge. Look at the size of those. I'm not even gonna say it
they're
because YouTube will
massive.
yell at me.
Yeah,
But this strip goes off in a matter of seconds. It is absolutely
whoa,
absurd.
that
It
whole
is.
thing
Oh
takes
yeah, it
seconds
is.
to go off.
Oh, and it is a lot of these things, which is cool. They hang with a beautiful ribbon. Let me see if I can find one.
Exactly, and yet that's what I had in my head when he said rip it. It was like rip it good. Nothing like it getting
Rip
too
it,
high.
rip it
Can't
good.
half tell the era
This
we're
one, which
from.
is funny, the 5 foot strip is bigger than the 6 foot strip. This is a six
So
foot
Ralph
strip
Roberts
here.
has just come on the stream and he's just called it He said you've got cakes, so they're called cakes as well. You've got cakes and rips and
Uh,
bricks
I
and
I I'm not gonna show any cakes tonight. I might
yep.
show them in the future, but I tend to strive more towards firecrackers, rockets, things like that, and novelty type items, rare things, just aerial, small stuff. I like stuff like that, but I really like crackers, as you can see. I mean, I got the 3 foot strips here. We got all different varieties of crackers. These ones, the duck packs, they're all red. These are what I call ripper strips. When somebody says let it rip, this is what I let rip. You better be careful what you
Nice.
ask for. You let it rip.
Yeah.
You let it rip.
Jungle rockets. Have you
Jungle
heard of
Rockets?
them?
Oh yeah, those are
Yeah.
fun. Like I said, there's a lot of channels that do stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's a lot
Oh,
of
okay.
channels that do the OLs, the things like that, the other things. You know what I
See,
mean?
I
I
never knew
have
this
that
was a
stuff. I've
thing.
shot it. You know what I mean? You guys can look that up other places. But I feel like
I
you
never
come
knew
here
this
for
was a
the
thing.
gems. You know what I mean? The hidden stuff.
The
But I
the
can
rare
show you
stuff.
guys some rockets if you want to see some rockets. We got some mega willows.
Whoa! What are the shiny silver ones?
Yeah, these are what they were asking for. They want to see
That's a
the rockets.
rocket.
They're gonna see the rockets. Mega willows, great brand.
Wow.
Just got to see this stuff going off. It's beautiful, radioactive brand.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good name
We have
for
the
a rocket.
crucibles in the background. Other great rockets. Anybody that knows fireworks knows what I'm holding up right now. What I've just been showing. This one is a super gem.
Rabbit
We
scare
won't go into a
fireworks
lot
as
of
well.
detail on that.
You got rabbit scares. Is that a name for them, or is that just what they
Rabbit
generally do?
scares. That's like a something that farmers use, and it's
Oh,
usually like a
okay.
projectile type firecracker that shoots out of like a basically like a flare type firearm that would shoot out
Mm-hmm.
and shoot those rockets out. These ones, believe it or not, are really great. Sky Monsters by Magnus, really good rocket. Roman candles. This one is basically a giant Roman candle. You couldn't ask for a bigger
Oh,
one. I mean, look,
huge.
it still
Is that a
doesn't
rocket?
stay in camera. No, that's a Roman
Is that a
candle.
rocket?
Um, no, it's a Roman
Oh, so a
candle. It shoots.
candle's not a rocket. Okay.
I'll hold on, Yin. I'll grab the Roman candle bin here in a second. But there's more firecrackers. Those are the more impressive stuff kicking around right now. But that's a 3 foot Roman candle brown wrap. I mean, that's something that doesn't come around too often.
I mean, this time of year, you'd be in your element, wouldn't you? Still kicking. It's like this is the firecrackers Christmas, New Year's, isn't it?
Uh, New Year's is pretty good, yes, for a lot of firework companies. This is an old vintage, or not necessarily vintage, but
I
slightly
remember
older set. Red
those.
Lantern.
You get a whole selection of different ones, and
Yeah,
then your
fun little, and
parents
it's
took
from a
them
good
off you and said,
company.
"You're not allowed to let that off in the house."
Red Lantern. Oh, heck no. Yeah, definitely wouldn't do that. The torch that everybody always asks about in my videos, I do have a brand new one of that I'm going to be doing a video on soon. But It's just a basic. You guys can find it on Amazon. I've modified it a little bit to my own liking, but it's a Jobin. Hold on. Jobin torch. It comes in a really nice box, nice presentation, and that's what it looks like. That's the same torch I use in my videos. I get a
Oh,
lot of criticism,
yes.
people saying it's this, that, the other thing, blah, blah, blah.
I've
But
seen the
like I said,
fake
I did
ones that has
modify
been.
mine. I did do some stuff to it. And
I've
that's
seen
my
fake
own
ones that has
personal.
been advertised on YouTube on my channel,
Yeah.
and I wondered if they were real or not, or whether if
They
I
say
got one
they're
I
all
can
like
rip off.
electric. No, that's BS. They still take butane. The
So
the
they are
new
fake.
ads going on saying they're electric is totally a lie. They take butane, but they are literally like a butane lightsaber. Like these things will shoot out
Yeah,
2-3 foot flames. Like they are insane. For fireworks, they
because
work amazing. They will light
because
that
they're
fuse
after a fair price for them.
anytime you
Like
point it.
they're
Yeah,
not
like
cheap.
$20. Yeah. No,
No,
they're not
50
much.
bucks.
No, they're like 20.
No, 50 bucks on the YouTube ad.
Oh, 20.
Because I
No, yeah,
because I
YouTube. Yeah, no,
followed
I'll
the
send
ad.
you the direct link where I bought this. And I'm going to do a review
Right.
on this. And I have my original one, the same one I bought. It's in the other room right now because I don't keep
Yeah, because you
anything
said you'd
fueled
had
up
that
in the
for
room in
ages.
here with this stuff. Everything in here is, what I mean, there's no lighters, there's no fuel sources in here. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is the same lighter I use. And trust me, it's a beast.
Oh, awesome. See, I'd like to get one of those. Yeah. But I didn't want to get it through YouTube because I bought something through a YouTube ad once, and then I ended up with being told that the data had been stolen from the company and all my details were now in the hands of scammers. And the
Oh,
amount of
man.
times a month I get called up from the scammers saying, I'm from Wi-Fi, da da da, you've got an issue, we need your passcode. So it's like, you're a
Yeah,
scam, fuck
that
off.
sucks.
So I've never brought anything again off a YouTube ad because I get
I
sucked
wouldn't touch
in.
it
It's
either.
like I'm an impulse buyer. It's 3 in the morning. They flash up
Yep.
something like,
Oh, heck
that's
yeah.
rather cool. That'd be good. And it's just
Yep.
too easy to whack the numbers in. But yeah, no, you give away everything if you give away something on YouTube now.
This rocket right here is a pretty cool, rare one. It's a foreign, overseas rocket.
Huh?
No stick. You got to strap it to your own. But
Oh yeah,
that's something that a lot of people, yeah, you know, if you know, you know. It's
yep.
a fun rocket. It's brilliant. The display is amazing.
Mhm.
Things like this is what, I like to strive for in the pyro stuff. And you find some cool stuff, you get a hold of the right people, and you get some cool connections, and you have some fun. I let one of these
Yeah.
off. One of them is orange, and the other one is green. And I let one off one time we were in the ice
Oh,
and out ice fishing. Went up over the lake, everything. It was a beautiful, crazy strobe with a tail behind it, comet tail following the rocket up.
nice.
Just an absolute beautiful rocket. And I think it's from Germany, if I'm not mistaken. So, stuff like that, they make it right. Germany doesn't mess around, other countries, stuff like that. They make things beautiful.
Yeah, they know how to make powder things. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Black powder. Because that's what it is, isn't it? It's black powder, isn't it? Like
Yeah, well, yes. Yes and no. I don't want to say anymore.
a form of it. Yeah, a
There's
form, a
other stuff.
formulation of it. Yeah.
That's a fountain here. You're not supposed to
What's
hold
that?
it in hand. That's a fountain,
Why does it
tomahawk
look like
fountain.
a axe?
It's just a novelty item is
You
what
see,
they would
you
call
just
it.
said you're not supposed to hold it in the hand.
Yeah, you're not
Now
supposed to
that
hold it in
tells
your hand,
me,
but
like that whole shape and everything tells
everybody's gonna
me,
hold
hold
it
it
in
in the
their
hand.
hand. Yeah, exactly. So, it goes against their own directions and things like
So
that,
if
but
you have to write, don't hold it in the hand, perhaps the person should not be letting them off anyway.
yeah, well, or,
If they
you
don't
know,
have common sense not
with
to hold
right
it in your hand.
safety measures. Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. I wish I had 12 of these because I would juggle them or give them the stew to juggle them.
Yeah.
And then we would light them off afterwards. Not while he was doing them, of course. We would not do that ever.
Thanks,
Tacklemen are not that crazy.
Crusader Cooks. So Yignet says they used to go to Virginia for those things. So is it?
Hmm.
So you have different laws in different states regarding
Yes.
firecrackers.
Oh, definitely. Yep.
So that's why you
Yeah.
have to go
Oh, yeah.
across your state line to let them off.
Yes. I can possess them, but I can't let off a lot of the
Oh.
stuff. And yeah. So it's unfortunate. But then again, our county changes the laws every year or so, and
Mm-hmm.
you can go with it. But yeah, it's one of those things where having the stuff is the least of the worries. You know what I mean? It's this fun
Yep.
novelty stuff. Firecrackers. I mean, this stuff is old stuff. If anything,
Yeah. Plus, it
it
becomes a collector's item, as you said,
yeah
and so
yeah
if you had the opportunity to let them off all the time, you'd probably not have them by now.
exactly. That's what they're still in the package. So like
Yeah.
I'm not out there being a nuisance. I'm just a collector having fun for the most part. When I do film my stuff, it's all done legally. I usually remote shoot all my stuff, or I use delay fuses, things like that. I do it all safely from a good distance. You know what I mean? I do it properly, and there's no reason why you shouldn't. Because if you
Yeah.
light the
Safety
standard
first.
fuse that comes with your commercial product, by the time you even run away, that's what most injuries come from, is people running away to
Hmm.
try to go watch and view the firework. They fall and trip and get hurt, and that's what most injuries come from, believe it off. But from regular fireworks, is people running, they're doing this, trying to get away because they think it's gonna blow up or do this or whatever. Or believe it or not,
So
that panic
being
mode that
able to
sets
add
in,
your
or
own fuse
trying to
to it,
go
being
watch it,
able to,
whatever. Exactly. So you set a delay fuse and it works out way better
yeah,
for you. Yeah.
yeah. Then there's no running. It's casual walk
Yep.
away.
Yeah. Electronically pop it off. Exactly. It's a lot better that
Yeah.
way. You guys have professional shows down there though, don't you, in Australia?
Yeah. Because it's illegal for an individual to not only possess but to let them go. But that
Yep.
doesn't stop people going to the local park and getting hold of them through other means and letting them go. Um, people do dob them in, but by the time the tourists rock up, who are you gonna talk to? Because everyone's dispersed. The thing's gone into the sky. You can smell it's gone off, but which house did it? You don't know. So
Yeah, you have no
it's
idea.
just something that we stay home each year to make sure our animals are safe because it's very loud and it sounds like it's being let off next door. And
Yeah, with the animals. Yeah, I do hear that. Yeah. And I definitely sympathize for that.
but the professional shows, it was massive. Like we used to have a big one at Bonython Park, a massive park, and they put music to it, and it was just awesome. It would be choreographed. It was like watching a choreographed thing once they started adding music to it.
That's what I was asking, because some
And
of
then
the
they
most
stopped doing it.
beautiful shows I've seen have been from Australia, like Sydney,
Mhm.
and
Mhm. Oh
beautiful, like you
yeah.
said, choreographed on the whole beach,
Mhm.
just like your fingers. At one point, it's like nothing, and all of a sudden, as the music's going, it's like back and
Yeah.
forth along the whole beach, and everything's
Exactly.
just bursting, and it's
And what we
wild.
do is, because where I am in South Australia, we've got a coastline that sort of goes around like that, and each sort of council area along the coast will put on their own fireworks display. So what we can do is we can go down to the beach, park ourselves, and then we can watch all the fireworks go off that way, and we can watch all the fireworks go off that way. So that was the way we used to spend our New Year. We'd grab
Oh, heck yeah.
some liquid refreshments and we'd head down there because it's always hot here at that time of year. Going to the beach is good. Everyone would just head to the beach. Thousands of people on the beach, and what they're also doing is they're doing the walk, the 5K walk from one end to the other, and visiting all the pubs
Do
along the
you guys
way.
let off like lanterns down there? Is that a
What's
tradition
a
at all to
lantern?
light off lanterns and stuff?
What's a lantern?
Like a big firework lantern, basically like a paper mache mini hot air balloon that you light up with a firework on the bottom and it floats up. You do it on like New Year's, things like that. I mean, I'm guessing the fact that you
No,
don't know means you
no,
don't, but I know it's tradition
no.
in some other islands and things like that. I think
We
like down in
have
Hawaii they do it a lot and stuff like that.
we have the Chinese Lantern Festival, but that's
Oh,
not
that's probably the same
nothing.
thing. Yeah, yeah, same
No,
thing. Yeah, the
no, it's
Chinese.
all
Yeah,
electric
same
this year. It's all
same type of.
battery
Yeah.
operated electric. It's not lit up anymore. It's no. I
Oh,
think
you
it's all
traditionally would do it with like a little
with a
candle in
candle.
it or something like that,
Yeah,
suspended. Yeah, and a
yeah.
wire
I think
frame
it
and
was
like a
part
paper
of their.
mache.
I
Yeah,
think it was how they did a memorial or something. They would represent something like an ancestor, and you'd write a message in it and you'd send it off. That was
yeah,
part of the tradition.
yep,
Yeah. But now they've commercialized that because they're not allowed to let people touch anything owy and burny. So they commercialized it, and then they got a big company to come in and put on an actual lantern display where we have along the Torrens River. They'll have big fishes and dragons and things that are all lit up, and there'll be all these lanterns in the sky that are electric. Yeah, it's an awesome light display, and it's a good night out. It's a public free event. You just grab your posse early, take your blankie down, get yourself a picnic set up. Have dinner down there. The kids all run amok. It's a good night out. Yeah, Nola says they don't use real fire for festivals anymore. Yeah, it's all LED. Yeah, that's the name for it. LED. Let electric. What could be the next D? Let electric